Well, hello there, and welcome to the Ask the Expert series. I am Shannon, as many of you already know. I am a sustainability consultant and coach, and I am super excited to be teaming up with QuickBooks for their Ask the Expert series. Throughout the past year and a half, they have been trying to support small businesses with many different initiatives, and so I was really excited to collab with them for this Ask the Expert series, specifically focusing on sustainable business, which, if you know me, you know is one of my favorite topics. I started my business about, I don't know, about 4 or 5 years ago. And the numbers always get blurred because, I don't even know what year it is half time. But I started my business about 4 or 5 years ago, and my initial goal was to help people break down these larger than life issues like climate change and plastic pollution into, smaller, tangible things that you can actually take action on. And I was doing that for a while, and eventually I realized that there was also this opportunity to be supporting businesses and helping them use their business as a way to create impact. And so kind of tackling sustainability from, the personal side and the business side, because they really do go together. And so over the years, I have worked with all kinds of businesses, from, startups to hotels to, kids summer camps even, because there are so many opportunities within different businesses, whether you're a solopreneur or a service-based business, or if you have physical products, there's always an opportunity for every single business to be more sustainable and use their business as a vessel or as a way to be a leader within the space, to show other businesses that, you can be profitable, you can make a difference, and you can also benefit the planet because of it. All right, so let's get started into the questions and the sort of actionable items that you can start taking in your business. So one of the first things that you can do if you have like an e-commerce business, for example, is you can actually offer carbon neutral shipping to your customers. So most people don't think about this. It's easy to think about like plastic waste and packaging and that kind of thing. But what about the carbon footprint of your orders and of your supply chain? So if you have an e-commerce business, there are several of the platforms where you can actually get a plugin that facilitates carbon neutral shipping. And so they go through a verified third party, and you literally just put the plugin into your website, and you then offer your customers the opportunity to offset the carbon footprint of their order. Because obviously, to get from you to your customer, there's, trucks, maybe planes, depending on how you ship. And so there is a carbon footprint when you send out that order. And what's really great about this is it allows your customer to be part of that solution, right? You're getting them to think like, oh, I didn't even know that that was an option. I didn't even think about the carbon footprint of, my online orders. And so this is a really easy way, both for you and for your customers, to get involved in that. And then, while I'm already talking about, carbon footprints, another thing that you can tap into as a business, whether you work from home, whether you have, a factory or, a storefront, is you can actually power your business with renewable energy. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to put, solar panels on your roof. I mean, if you have the ability to do that, by all means, go for it. But there are also a lot of other ways that you can tap into renewable energy without having to put up that upfront cost of investing in equipment. So most places, I shouldn't say most places, many places in the US, depending on your state, offer this as an option. And you can literally go on to your energy company or your utility company and request renewable energy for your energy source. So it really depends on, again, what state you live in and what the local regulations are. But it's literally could take you 5 minutes, and all you need is to have that utility bill in your name. And I often make this suggestion for people who are solopreneurs or have very small teams, or even don't sell physical products, because when you sell physical products, the opportunities are much more obvious, right? You've got packaging, you've got physical things that you are creating and shipping across the globe. But when you don't have a physical product, it's a little bit more obscure where your opportunities are for being sustainable. But trust me, there are a ton of opportunities, and this is just one of them. another option for you, if you are unable to get renewable energy sources in your local area, is you can always think about carbon offsets. So, you know, I always say that these are a bit of a band-aid solution because they're not really solving the problem at the source, but they are giving you a way to offset the footprint of your business. So now let's get into if you have physical products, right? Because if you have a physical product, there is energy and there's lots of resources that go into that. So think about, you know, what is your product made out of? Is it made out of plastic? Is it made out of recycled cardboard? Is it made out of plant-based materials that can be composted? You know, there's lots of different options where previously it was kind of limited, where now you can be thinking about, oh, I actually want the materials in this shirt, or, you know, in whatever product that you're making, to be as sustainable as possible. So whenever you're thinking about what you make your physical products out of, think about, how can I reduce the amount of resources that are needed for this? How can I reduce the amount of plastic, especially because that is a material that comes from fossil fuels. So there's a lot of sort of byproducts, negative byproducts of using plastic. But, you know, it's important to note that as a small business, you may only have certain things available to you based on your price point. So while it's great to avoid plastic, you know, sometimes it's the only way to execute on your product. So don't feel like if you have something with plastic in it that it's the worst possible thing. Like, that's not where we want to be going with this. There are options. Maybe there's an option for you to use some recycled plastic in your product to, again, reduce the amount of virgin materials that are coming into making your product. And then, of course, everyone is always talking about this: packaging, right? There's a ton of options out there today for more sustainable packaging materials. There's, you know, mailers made out of compostable materials. There's compostable packaging peanuts. So you've definitely received some sort of order or product in your life that had those little foamy looking peanuts in them. And now they have compostable packaging peanuts. And the sure sign way to know if it's compostable or if it's like the standard foam is you just put it in a little bit of water and give it a little bit of a stir, like with a spoon in a glass kind of thing, and it will start to dissolve right there in front of your eyes. It's very cool if you want to blow anyone's mind. I get excited about these things because this is what I think about and talk about all the time. But that's something that's so simple, right? Do I want to fill my, you know, breakable products with styrofoam that is going to break down into microplastics in the ocean? Not really. But what I would love to do is fill it with compostable packaging peanuts that literally I can put in the toilet, I can put down my drain, like it's going to just disintegrate. And another, like, really easy thing that you can do as a business, again, no matter where you're working from, is switching to LED lights. Now, this one seems super simple, I know, but it can really have a big impact because LED lights use a lot less electricity than a traditional incandescent bulb. And actually, I was just working with a recent client who operates on a 300-acre property, and they've got tons and tons of lights everywhere. They have close to 20 or 30 different buildings. And this was something that we talked about, because if you have that many light bulbs, that many facilities, that many areas that need electricity, this is a huge opportunity to start switching over to LED light bulbs, because not only are you going to save a lot of money on your energy bill, which anytime you have savings in a business, that translates to greater profit, but you're also using a lot less energy. So again, that carbon footprint is lowering significantly. So I know that we're just scratching the surface here, but if you want to dive in a little bit deeper, feel free to drop me any follow-up questions that you have in the comments below, or send me a DM. I'd be happy to dive a little bit deeper with you and have a one-on-one conversation. And you can also head over to the QuickBooks Climate Hub page, where they have a ton of different resources and a ton of different options that you can tap into based on your specific business. And these are going to help guide you to having that real impact with your business, which I know if you're a small business, you started for a very specific reason, and that mission is very dear to your heart. And so sustainability is just going to help to further encapsulate and grow that impact, both to your customers, your community, and my personal favorite, the planet. So whether you're thinking about starting up a business or you already have boots on the ground, there are so many opportunities for you to use your business to have impact, and sustainability is a great tool for that. So thank you for tuning into this video, and thank you for QuickBooks for collabing with me on this Ask the Expert series. I know that sustainable business is the only way forward. I really, really do believe that deep down, and I'm excited to be able to have this opportunity to support you. Thanks for watching.